Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Today I wanted to cover a few things for you, kind of a high-level overview, and also let you know that Clay from the CivDiv and myself on our joint channel did a deep dive on this, so please check that out. I'll drop that link in the comments and in the description below. So that's on Veterans Daily. But I did want to touch this with you specifically and give you a few nuggets out of it. And if you want to watch the long version, about an hour or so, really deep dive dialogue, please check it out. All right, so hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. Now, the topics here are varying in degree here, but they're all very important to all of us. And I've touched on these in the past, but just wanted to do it again here. Top reasons why claims are denied, VA rating reductions, VA healthcare utilizing it for or against you with regard to your claims, and then, of course, your private healthcare records to support your claim as well. So let's dive into this a little bit. If you're looking to support the channel in other ways, please consider being a member. I really do appreciate all of you members. Thank you so much. You can do that on the home page. You'll see highlighted members and a join button. Thank you so much. The two real asks are hit the thumbs up and let the video run. That's what puts this into the hands of those that need it. So the first topic is top reasons why claims are denied. I'm going to give you three that I see. One is lack of knowledge and filing a claim yourself. Now, there's 1,000 gurus out there, right, telling you how easy it is and, you can do it yourself and all of that good stuff. And you can. But you need to make sure that you have all of the information you need to be able to file a fully developed claim. You need to get all of your evidence in line when you file it. And if you don't, there's a good chance you're going to get denied. Or the way I look at it is you have two components that you're looking for when you file a claim. One is you need to get service connected. Two is you need the appropriate rating, right? If you're supposed to be service connected at 60% for GERD, but you file the claim and you get service connected, good, but you get a 0%, not good. So all of this stuff kind of is in the realm of denied, right? Denied the 60%, given a 0, right? So when you file it yourself, that is one of the top reasons that I see, because we lack the knowledge. Now, you guys are kind of in a different boat because you are digesting all of this information, not just from me, but from others that share this type of information. And if you're taking notes and you're doing all your right steps, you may be good to go. But remember that we're a small percentage of the overall veteran population that's trying to file claims. So the workaround on that is work with an accredited representative, a second set of eyes. Do the best you can to gather all of your evidence and make sure that you're hitting the key points. Remember, the three things are: you must have time in service. That gives that window of opportunity, entry date, exit date. I'm excluding presumptives. So you have your entry and exit date. Then what happens is you need to have a diagnosed condition. That condition must be static in nature, meaning that it's got some sort of okay, it doesn't really have to be static in nature. It's nice if you can get it to stay static in your documentation. What it really needs to have in order to be service connected is you must have a chronic or ongoing type of residual effects with regard to that condition. Now, if you can get your doctor to say that it's static, that's a whole other conversation, and that's a good thing. So anytime you can get your doctor to say, yeah, it's not likely to get better, only get worse over time, that will help you to embed that as a protected condition once you get it service connected. So you have to have a diagnosed condition with chronic or residual effects. Number three is that nexus, the link between your condition and your time in service. What they're asking for here is simply prove to the VA that your condition either manifested during your time in service, right, that window of opportunity, or is a result of your time in service in some shape, way, or form. Now, that's what you have to build up and develop and have in your claim when you file it in order for it to get service connected. The next piece is having that service connected condition have the correct rating. highly suggest reading the schedule of ratings for your specific condition, either A, having that information embedded into your medical records that you submit as evidence, or you can have your doctor complete a disability questionnaire for you, a DBQ for that specific condition, again embedding the information from the schedule of ratings for that specific condition. All right, so number one reason claims get denied is usually when a veteran is filing for themselves, right? The other two reasons why claims get denied somehow, some way, even if you're working with somebody, sometimes this stuff slips up or what have you, is you miss or somebody misses really proving the nexus, the link to the condition, okay? So linking, or the link between the condition and your time in service, right? Maybe you have zero documentation in your file regarding, or in your service treatment records, and you're trying to build that bridge back and it's not quite there, okay? You need to do a really good job building that evidence. So missing the nexus. The other piece would be if you're missing a diagnosis. 99.999% of the time, the VA is not going to help you with a diagnosis for your claim, because you're filing, again, remember, with the Veterans Benefits Administration, not the healthcare. You're working with the Benefits Administration for this claim, and you're saying that you have a condition of X. You need to prove that condition. Now, rating reductions are real things. They can happen. Typically, they will be with conditions that the VA has seen a history of gradually getting better, right? Maybe mental health conditions with treatment and so forth can gradually get a little bit better. Active cancer could go into remission, getting better. Gastroesophageal reflux disease with medication and so forth, maybe it can dial back a little bit. The VA is notorious for setting up what they call future examinations. These future examinations are essentially C&P exams, again, on your condition. And what the VA is doing is going, okay, well, let's look back. They usually happen 3 to 5 years after your initial rating. If you haven't been going to the doctor for anything, for your specific conditions, you haven't went to the doctor for your mental health or your GERD, and now you're going in for that C&P exam, future examination, re-examination, they may say, well, you have no medical records, you have not went back to the doctor for anything since you've been rated. There's a good chance that they're going to reduce you, something to be aware of. VA healthcare as evidence, this can work for and against you. And that goes with anything. Anything that you're submitting to the VA can be used for or against you with the VA. This is really important to understand, because I personally am not a fan of just signing over blanket authority to the VA to say, go grab anything you want from Dr. X, Y, and Z. Because it's going to be easier for me, and now I don't have to do it, and you can just do it. Two things. One, it takes a little bit longer when the VA does it than if you just did it yourself. And two, you have zero control over what they get and what they look at. They might be looking at things that have nothing to do with your specific condition, and it could cause other ripple effects or issues. So get your medical records from your healthcare provider and submit that for yourself, especially with your private healthcare. When it comes to the VA healthcare, you know, they kind of have access to it because they are the VA. So be careful, be careful, be careful. If you're having a good day, right, out of all of your days, and you happen to be having a good day, don't go in there and say, oh, I'm cured, right? You had a good day out of 365 if you're going once a year, right? So make sure that you say things in the right context, right? Look at the big picture, not the moment that you're standing in. You know, yeah, you know, basically I'm good about 90, you know, or I'm good about 5% of the time. The other 95% is just rough, right? Whatever it looks like for you, just beware that evidence can be used against you or for you when it comes to the VA. So again, with that, I'm going to end it there. Just a high level kind of overview on a few things, and wanted to share with you the link to Veterans Daily, the joint channel that I have with Clay from the CivDiv, and he and I go back and forth dialogue style for you and do a deeper dive into this specific subject. That video is now up. Please check it out. Have a great one, and remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.